Alright, since I got 5 minutes, I'm gonna start this and then I'm gonna finish it on my lunch break. But Monique, oh, excuse me, y'all. This is Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm Kay, all of that, presenting it to you. You know, yada yada. Monique and Chris are renting out one of their homes. She hired her cousin / brother to help her, you know, with this endeavor. And he a little bit trifling, so she got to get on him. We switch over to Karen. She is promoting, or not promoting, she is speaking at a event about sexual abuse and children, and I wasn't quite clear on it, but she's speaking at that function, and she gets a little emotional. She talks about how she was raped in college and, you know, how it destroyed her and all of, you know, the normal things people say after things like this. Robyn decides she's gonna be a promoter now. And Gizelle hypes her up into riding over to Ashley's place of business and getting in her face, and I'm just like, you let Gizelle punk you. So they ride over to Ashley's, and Ashley's complaining about having to be a waitress at her own restaurant. Now, I come from a restaurateur, you know, family. My great-grandfather started a restaurant in 56 that's still going today. We've all worked at the restaurant. And the thing about working at a restaurant and owning it is when you own it, you end up having to do everything. You end up having to wait the tables. You end up having to wash the dishes. You end up having to do the bathrooms, you know, clean the bathrooms, the toilets too. Just because this is your establishment, you want it done. And if you don't have the help at the time, do it. So all that complaining was getting on my nerves. But then Gizelle and Ashley come into the restaurant, and Ashley's giving, "Hey girls, how are y'all?" Robyn gives, "You need to stay to bleep out my marriage." And I'm like, sis, you let long neck Gizelle pump you up for this, and you just look ridiculous. You just look dumb. But she got her finger in her face, and Ashley's, "Get your finger out of my face." And she's like, "My finger's not in your face. This is in your face." And I'm like, all of this light skin drama, just, I can't, it's not sitting well with me. Y'all gonna have to do something else. The finger in the face thing is tired. Swing. Now let's get to boxing. Shoot. We get over to Charrisse and Skylar. They're discussing the divorce. Skylar says that the relationship obviously is not normal, and it's not going to be too different if they get a divorce because her daddy never home anyway. And, you know, Charrisse is emotional. She gets a little choked, and they get journals so they can journal about their problems and experiences. Tears, you know, flowing and all of that. Monique and Chris are fishing. I wasn't paying too much attention. It was just a cute little scene. Somebody caught an eel. And then Gizelle comes by Karen's. And it was very cute to see, you know, Karen and Gizelle not being rude, you know, not being, trying to be HBICs, and just, you know, having a moment with these children, and, you know, the kids like, "I can do it," and "You sure can. Yes, you do it. You want to help me over here?" It was just so sweet to see. I really wish we could see that more, especially from Gizelle, but we couldn't. So then, you know, Karen asked Gizelle if she would like to come with her, you know, accompany her to her speaking engagement, you know, to an event she's having. I don't think she said she was speaking, but she was having, you know, she was going to be at this event, and asked Gizelle if she would like to come, and Gizelle said she would love to. And I was like, if we could get the Gizelle that's with Karen all the time, I would like Gizelle. I was very pleased with this particular rendition of Gizelle. I'm going to stop it right here, and I'm going to come back, you know, at my lunch, because I got 1 minute to get in here. But yeah, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back for this last portion of the Potomac girls. Y'all didn't even know I was gone, so I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I left off with Gizelle swinging by Karen's house, and doing the gardening and all of that. And basically, I like that Gizelle much better. Karen then, because I already told y'all she invited her to the function, all of that. Karen then tells Gizelle that Monique called her a trick. And I'm like, messy boots. Like, why be that messy? What's the point? Why would you do that? But whatever, she did. And then Gizelle in her confessional, my mama made me holler. Gizelle in her confessional, she was like, you know, I don't understand why, you know, her vocabulary only allots her to use 4-letter words. And I'm sitting there like, F-O-U, that's 4 letters. You know, like, I was counting out the words she used that were 4 letters, and my mama popped in and said, "Trick is 5 letters." I said, it is. So Gizelle says, next time, you know, I know it takes a minute for the thoughts to run, you know, up your neck to your brain, but says next time, calculate before you throw the shade, because it really just bounced back on you and made you look nastier than you already do. I hate it so much for you. I'm sorry. Let me see. We get over to Robyn and Juan's, and Robyn is, you know, treating Juan as she does. And then Juan starts talking to a ghost. I'm assuming the ghost was the producer. And that the producers were messy boots talking about, do you even want to be with her? And Juan was like, well, if I didn't have the kids, I'd be gone. Sis, you already gone. Just go. Just go. Like Kaya told us, get that dick and go, and don't call that nigga no more. Get it and go. Get it and go. Just go. Like, who's asking? Robyn, I guess, is asking you to stay. But sis, just go ahead, leave her, break her heart, and then we'll go from there. It doesn't have to be all of this. Because Robyn's already crying and going all through it. Y'all already divorced. Just go ahead and leave. Why are you sticking around? I didn't care for it. We swoop over to Ashley. And Ashley, you know, her mom and her brother come by. Ashley says that her brother's father died early, you know, in his life. And that she took a more prominent role. So I guess Ashley is her brother's father now. I guess. And then she starts telling her mama all the things that are going down with, you know, the situations with Gizelle and with Robyn and all of that. And her mama says, fight fire with fire. And I was talking to my mama. Excuse me, I feel like I got a little crust or something. I was talking to my mama. Because me and my mama were watching. And my mother said that, I told my mama, I looked at my mama and said, my mama, like I wasn't talking to my mama. I said, my mama would never tell me these things. My mama would ask me why I am in these grown women's business. Because me and Ashley are right there at the same age. I'm going to be 23 in about, 2 days, 3 days? I don't know what day it is, so I can't tell you. But, and Ashley, I think she's 23, 24? Somewhere there. My mother would ask me why I feel the need to be poking around in these grown women's business. And I am asking Ashley why she feels the need. Because I keep seeing people on Facebook. And, you know, last week I watched a couple reviews where people were like, you know, she's just trying to be a good friend. No, she's not. She's just in grown folks conversation. My grandmother told me growing up, don't be in grown folks conversation. Anytime I tried to say anything at all, I was in grown folks conversation. So I just stopped talking. I mean, I would walk up to, you know, my grandma in mid-conversation. And I would have a question for my grandmother. I wouldn't have even, you know, I would say, excuse me. And she would, are you in grown folk? No, sis, I'm just trying, can I get the keys so I can go sit in the car while you talk to home, girl? Like, I'm trying not to be in grown folks. Whatever. Whole nother, whatever. But yeah, her mama says fight fire with fire. And I'm just like, I don't think so, but whatever. We swoop over with Charrisse and Robyn. Charrisse invites Robyn to lunch with Dr. Jeff. And, basically, Robyn starts crying at the table, and she just going through, and Charrisse starts crying, because, you know, Charrisse, she see anybody cry, she ready, she just tears on deck, and I have a friend like that, so I understand, but she crying, ooh, I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to say what I just saw, but I saw something in my mind's eye and in my physical eye that just threw me, but yeah, so Charrisse and Robyn, they crying, and Dr. Jeff is like, y'all just need to grieve and let it go, and basically that was that. But Charrisse, the whole point of it was Charrisse trying to get Robyn to see that therapy is cool. Come to therapy, basically, because apparently Robyn is, like anti-therapy or something. I don't know. She was like, the word just makes me feel like something needs to be fixed and da-da-da. And I'm like, Robyn, you don't think something needs to be fixed? I'm sorry, this young lady next to me is throwing me off. Like, you just don't think that you living in the same home and sleeping in the same bed as your ex-husband is something that needs to be fixed? Because I do. I feel that way. Anyway, we switch over to the event, Karen's event, and she looked nice. I gave her just a point or two for the little curly ensemble. I liked it. I saw a couple people on Twitter saying they didn't see it, but I like that better than the black slick down, or, you know, when she tried that new ponytail and she had them sideburns. I like the curly piece. You know, she had a lot of forehead going on, you know, up in the part section, but we just let it rock. Ashley also always has a lot of forehead. My mama was shook by it last night, and I was just like, sis, it's just where it is. It falls backwards. It's back there. Anyway, she looked nice though. Karen looked nice. I didn't care for Ashley's dress. It did not showcase any type of a curve. I don't know that Ashley has curves because I haven't really surveyed her body, but the dress she had was just very blocky. And she was walking strange in the dress, and I'm like, sis, you walking like, you know, a heavy set man, and I just didn't care for it. Who else looked nice? Everybody pretty much looked nice. Charrisse, she looked, you know, like Charrisse does. She didn't, you know, have on, you know, her best dressed or whatever, but she had on, you know, her everyday, you know, I'm just cute look, and it was cute. It was just a regular sickening ensemble. She didn't have on lots of glitters and things. Robyn, as we know, love her down. She looked cute. She looked very Ross Dress for Less, and I understand, sis. I understand. She looked cute though. It might have been Dillard's. It may not have been Ross. Monique, as always, comes through with a look. She looked fantastic. Gizelle looked nice. Everybody just looked nice, except I didn't care for Ashley's dress. I didn't like it. Our auntie spoke. Two of our aunties spoke. Auntie Don Lemon, Sister Lamone, she spoke, and she gave us, some words and some wisdom and some pearls. And I was like, okay, yeah, I like it. And then our Auntie Karen got up there, and she immediately got choked up. And I was like, don't do it. Don't do it. Because I just got through watching the Yonla. And I'm like, everything on TV is about rape now. Is Tyler Perry writing these episodes? What? Just everything I'm watching. I watched Law and Order, which is always, got a little rape in it. A lot of rape in it. I watched Potomac, which had rape themes. I watched Iyanla that had rape themes. And then I was watching Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and she was talking about rape. And I'm like, last night was just a really rapey night. I didn't like it. I just didn't care for it. Anyway, but yeah, they kept the camera while Karen was talking on Charrisse. And I'm like, what is this? What are we saying here? I mean, they showed all the girls, but they really honed in on Charrisse. And I'm like, are we finna find out Charrisse got raped too? Because I just can't take it. It's just too much. It's too much. Okay, stop that. The folks are out here doing a lot. And then at the end, they hugged, they homegirl. It was lots of hugs going around, all of this, that, and the other. And at the very end, after we've done all our hugging and kissing and schmoozing, out in the lobby, the vestibule, we have Charrisse and Charrisse, Ashley, Gizelle, and Monique, right? Ashley tries to confront, who did she try to confront? Gizelle? Oh, but no, it was Robyn. Robyn was out there too, I think. She tried to confront one of the girls, and Charrisse, no, hold on, let me look. Yeah, okay, Gizelle. Gizelle said, I understand that you want to talk to her, but this is not the time. Not tonight. Not right now. We're not going to do it. And Ashley was like, what am I doing? I'm not trying to do anything. You guys are menopausal. And I'm like, this is, just stay in a child's place. Let me roll this window up because it's getting on my nerves, this little truck over here. Actually, I'm going to roll up both the windows because I got neighbors. All this parking space and everybody want to come sit next to me. I just can't. But, Ashley, stay in a child's place, sis. If your elder, I told you last week, did I tell her last week? I told somebody last week. If your elder tells you it's not the time, it's not the time. We'll do it another time. This is not the moment. We just had this deep and beautiful discussion about, rape and talking about it and tell somebody, if this is happening to you. We had all of that PSA moment. And then Ashley want to come up with all of this foolishness. And then she want to throw in, y'all are just menopausal and da-da-da-da. That right there, God ain't going to let you slide on that one, sis. When in about 20 years, when it starts hitting you, and it may hit you early. You may start next week. Your menopause is not going to be easy. Don't talk about the girls who are going through it, sis. Don't do it because it's going to happen to you and it's not going to be light. I'm trying to tell you. Listen to in the words of Aretha Franklin talking to Fantasia Barrino, you better listen to me. Listen to the voice of experience. Experience. Let me stop making fun of Auntie Riri right now. But yeah, it's not the time. Just leave it alone. And then Monique says, I know it's not the time or the place, but sooner rather than later, I'd like to get your number and we need to catch up. Now, the viewers, know that she's just trying to apologize and trying to get back on the right page. Gizelle, being a hating hoe, gives, this truck is wearing me out, gives very much no, basically. She's like, and Monique is like, you don't want me to have your number? She's like, I'll give you my number, but not right now. We'll do it another, whatever. And then as they're walking out, Gizelle gives very much, I have never in my life had anybody shove a phone at me and say, here, give me your number. And I was like, you didn't have that happen just now either. I didn't see it. So I didn't even see Monique hand her the phone. I saw Monique say, I'd like to get your number so we can catch up, but I know this is not the time or the place. Just, putting the bug in your ear that this is what I'm going to need from you in a minute. Gizelle, as she does, over-exaggerates and makes up, flagrants and lies. She gives I've never in my life, and she shoved the phone, and I've never had somebody say, here, give me your number, and I gave it to them, and shut up. Is it not exhausting, Gizelle? And listen, sis, I live for you. I love you, and I think you're great, and if you could show me the behavior you showed me over down to Karen's house, I would live. But is it not exhausting? I had to preface that read. Did you see it? Is it not exhausting, for you to speak at all, because the words have to travel from your diaphragm, which is, down in the stomachular region. It's got to go through the lungs, all the way up that neck and out your mouth. That should be tiresome. It should drain you to speak. Just don't, hush. Thank you. And then Ashley makes she calls, one of them like mad menopause or something. again, Ashley sis, it's just not gonna be a good time for you. It's just not. It's just not, and I'm sorry. But anyway, that was it. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all the things that YouTubers say. I'll catch y'all. What's next? Rebel, I guess, tomorrow. Yeah, basically. So I'll see y'all for whatever y'all watch next. All my information, description box. Matea's GoFundMe, description box. And yeah, peace.